What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to what should be the final episode of the walkthrough. So, from here, head on over, King's Tower, 1-5, the final zone. Now, we're actually going to be fighting our whole way through this zone, and then warping out before the final boss, because it is the last chance you will have to really do anything before you are forced into New Game Plus. So, run on up and donk these dudes on top of the dragon. There's a crystal lizard up ahead. It's already getting away, but don't worry about that. You can always just go ahead and reset the world to farm them. It's goodies. Now, these 3 black phantoms ahead, they have no effect on character tendency whatsoever. They also only spawn once. Best thing to do is just... Oh, he's already coming my way. Excellent. So you want to separate them. One will drop the penetrating sword, one will drop the white bow, and one will drop the tower shield. Gonna get close enough, or are you just gonna sit there and piddle around all day? That one is dead. Now you want to save Tower Boy for last. He's using a scraping spear, which will destroy character durability. This. Remember, we grabbed one of those in the previous zone. Grab these shinies. Alright, now as for dealing with this guy, your best bet is either going to be parrying or circling behind him for a backstab. Or if you have something that goes through shields, it also works well. Or we can just die. That's another option. That's okay. The thing with the tower shield is it has... what is this world at? Yeah, this world's close to white. The tower shield has so much stability that it's hard to actually get a kill on that guy. Like, it's hard to break his guard, basically. As you can see, one parry is pretty much enough to take care of that. Put back on. And we still had that guillotine exits. Away. I do like how that looks now. I don't know if the white bow will still be over here. It's not. That's okay. We got the white bow earlier, so you don't really need 2 of them. But over here to grab this stone, and then over this way there's going to be a crystal lizard for us. Okay. Now this next part, I want you guys to walk in and then roll right out. There's a red knight, and we're just luring him out, because there's also a bunch of archers and stuff that we don't want to deal with. Alright, now sprint up. And... assassin came out fast. There we go. And the Claymore Knight is already here, I see. Ooh, what? Be careful around those claymore boys. Sure can pack a punch. Nothing a good old donk can't handle. Right on up to the top. If you want, we can go over here to grab the final piece of the blue eye night gear. This is a shortcut we're going to get open a little bit later. And now come out here just a little bit. That'll spawn the dragon. Blue dragon's going to come down. And we want to walk out here to get it angry, and then just back up. You can see it'll pretty much just take care of Fatty for us. Get the other Fatty in the back. We want to lure him over here too. We want the dragon to just torch them both for us. Save us, make our trip a little bit easier. Fight smarter, not harder, right? Alright, now, as we run past here, there is going to be a storied warrior soul that's on the ground. It's only worth 2,000 souls, so I would suggest you just skip past it. Obviously, those bodies is grass, but that's the storied warrior soul. Honestly, it's not worth it because you're going to get hit by that dragon trying to pick it up, and then if you die, you're going to be very upset. So you're going to have to fight past all the shit we already fought past. After doing that, we'll go this way. Dragon's going to leave, that's fine. I'm going to run down here and grab this and send a stash. That's our knight shield and sword. We're going to go over here and hit this, and that'll open the shortcut. So now we basically just skip the first part of the dragon. Now you can try and go down there and get that loot. The thing is, the dragon will change position. So, you know, even if I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I want to go grab that grass real fast. Just running back here, he should swoop in and try to attack us. Yep, and there he goes. So as for, well, we'll get past the dragon first. As for this blue dragon in particular, some people are saying Drake, the game calls it the blue dragon, so I'm calling it the blue dragon. We are not actually going to kill it. Now the reason I say this is while we certainly can kill it, killing the dragon is a pain in the ass. This thing has a ton of health, and in terms of souls, it's only going to be worth 60,000 souls. We'll get 30,000 souls for killing the dragon, and we will get 30,000 for killing it, and then we'll get 30,000 from its soul consumable. So if you want to sit up here and snipe the dragon forever, that's on you. It just takes a long ass time to kill. Just to kind of show. Oh my god. No. Pain in the ass. So there's a couple spots you can hit it from. I think we actually, the best spot is down at the bottom where we were safe. But because you can't like aim straight up, it's hard to get a good angle on this guy. You don't get anything for it besides souls. You don't get an achievement for it either. So with that in mind, I would suggest just not bothering with the dragon. Talk to Strava here. He is going to die. After he dies, he's going to give us the mausoleum key. I mean, that's 60,000 souls. That's like, you know, what, at Black Tendency, that's like 7 runs on the Reaper, which take no time at all. If we go ahead, as you can see, that is a Strava. Now it's a Black Phantom. Go ahead and pop him off. And he will drop the rune sword and shield, which we already had access to that anyway, so not really a concern. over here. Stone. I believe that's it. Mausoleum key. Swing around for the eye. Up ahead. Okay. And at this point, if we continue ahead, it's the final boss. And that is the end of the game. So instead, we are going to warp out because there's some stuff that we need to do. Now, Demons Souls being the more traditional Souls type, as soon as you kill the final boss, from there, we're basically stuck on a path that's going to lead us directly into New Game Plus. We won't be able to level up, so go on and talk to her, get those final levels. And the last thing we want to do is, now that we got the key from Ostrava, we're going to hop over here, and we need to fight the Old King. Old King Doran. Now, Old King Doran can be pretty tricky to kill, to be honest. He is very, very tanky. One of the tankier NPCs in the game. Guy just has a massive health pool, and he's kind of hard to kill. So I'm gonna be discussing some strategies that I have had success with. And honestly, this setup does so much damage, we might be able to just bonk the shit out of him. Another thing, on the note of colorless Demon Souls, obviously the most important thing if you're playing Strength, upgrading the Dragon Bone Smasher. You need 3 of them to get a spell from Urbane, which you may or may not want depending on what save you're on. Obviously, you're going to need that for the All Spells achievement. But if you're not sure what else to spend them on, I suggest the Adjudicator Shield. As we level that up, the HP regen on it goes higher. So now the Adjudicator Shield, I'm getting 6 health per second from it. As you can see, my health is ticking up pretty quickly. So just nice quality of life. Max level, it would be 8 health per second, but unfortunately I was a little trigger happy and I murdered Patches before I talked to Masterfully, so that will not be happening. At least not until New Game Plus. Which, on the note of New Game Plus, whatever your world or your character tendencies are at when you beat the game, those are all going to carry over. So, when I, you know, like right now, if I was to beat the final boss and go, my Stonefang would still be pure black, Boletaria would still be just barely under pure white, Tower is kind of neutral, and the others are slightly neutral, Valley's a little bit higher. But anyway, open this up.
Seekest the king's sword. I am the old king. Show me thy strength and the power of thy soul.
So this guy's no joke. So we're getting loaded up here.
Prepare thyself, brave knight.
As you can see, our giant sword, our Donkmeister, is doing almost nothing to this guy. He should be pretty passive though. It's more just like a damage test here. So after you have dealt enough, we need to get rid of some stuff. Send the storage, send the storage. You can go ahead and remove the sword now. That's the Demon Brant. And he's gonna just kind of follow us for a bit here. There we go. Now, we can kill him and get access to his ring as well as the armor that he has on. And we do want to do that. His ring in particular is a very, very nice ring to have. So we're just going to keep attacking him. And at around 50%, he should start fighting back. Alright, so now that we have a lock on, he's angry. And now we're going to kite him over to an area where he'll get stuck. Now in testing, he used to get stuck here a lot in the original. He still seems to get stuck here. But if you can manage to get him to not stay stuck, you could of course go for a gravity kill on his ass. Come on. So shortly after that, he actually ended up healing, and then frustrated with the fact that he obviously healed, I decided we were just going to do the backstab strat. So a big part of the backstab strat is going to be the thief ring, as I mentioned, and then we can use the clever rat's ring, which if we're below 30% HP, it gives us a significant boost. Earlier, I had mentioned a weapon called the Morian Blade. You can also use that along with this ring, and that's kind of collectively known as hyper mode. It basically just lets you do a ton of damage, but... So the basic gist of this strat is that we're going to get him to look at us, and then we're going to run away. And we just want to run away to the point where we're sure he's not following us anymore. And then we walk up and we boop him with the sword. The reason this works, well, I need to get him a little bit farther outside of that. A little bit more. I like him to be on the bridge. Alright, so now that he's roughly the middle of the bridge, basically run on back, and then we'll loop. Should have gone far enough now that he has turned around and started going back. And this strategy just takes advantage of the aggro range. And then we run up and we get a backstab. After doing that, you're going to retreat again. And you're just going to keep backstabbing him like this. You're never going to hit him outside of a backstab. It's obviously going to take a little bit of time, but this is probably one of the safer ways to do it because he just constantly de-aggros and then you hit him. But you want to make sure that you are getting him to de-aggro. Especially when he gets low. Like right now, it's not, he's not a threat, but we need him to be basically just out of combat as much as possible once his health gets a little bit lower, because when his health gets low, if he is in combat, that's how he could proc a heal, kind of how he did on the previous run, and we really don't want him proccing heals. The aggro distance is a little bit past the side of the bridge, so as you can see, he de-aggroed there. Run up and do it again. So anyway, I'm just going to fast forward this part because we're going to be doing this for a hot minute here. Now, if you're wondering why we went through all the effort to kill this guy when we just skipped the blue dragon, it's because we have to kill him to get access to the Eternal Warrior's Ring, which is another one of the loots that we're going to need for the All Rings achievement. But with that being done, we can go back to our normal rings here. Where's my baby at? There's my baby. And then we will warp on out of here. So save at least one arc stone. I'm gonna need one arc stone for just a little bit here. For those curious about getting my health down, the magic sword Makoto that we picked up, if you equip this, it just slowly drains your health. So you keep that on for about a minute, and your health will get nice and low, and then you'll be able to take care of the boss from there. And that ring's actually really nice. I think I mentioned it, but similarly to how this is going to regen health, this is a stamina regen ring. Well, it's in the stash for now, but go ahead and pull that out just to show it. Really nice ring for melee-oriented builds. As you can see, free stamina recovery speed. Really nice stuff. But anyway, now that that's done, you'll remember that Homeboy died and gave us the key to access that, but that guy was actually part of this quest line. So we're going to go back and talk to her.
I want you to. Excellent.
And the next person she wants us to kill is Yuria the Witch. So, similarly to the other ones, if there's any magic you want to equip, make sure you have it on. You're set. Go on and smash poor Yuria. And then after Yuria, we're actually going to have to fight her.
So, you're what they one final time.
There's the faux ring. Stop that. Grab all her stuff. As I mentioned, the faux ring is a invasion-oriented ring, so the idea is that when you have it on, you have a 20% boost to your damage while invading. So if you're looking to do your PvP, that is the ring that you're going to want to have. But with that done, we have knocked out all of the quest-related stuff, and we are ready to just make our way on up and fight King Allant. Wrap this thing on up. So, before we do King Allant, now that I'm thinking about it, there are a couple of small things left in terms of getting the trophy. So I think what we're going to do, actually, we'll wrap things up here. We'll do one more episode, which involves just taking out King Allant, getting that done, and then discussing what else still needs to be done to achieve the Platinum Trophy in full. So we'll wrap things up completely in the next episode, and we'll see you all then.